Imagine this. Astronomers detect something impossible. A giant glowing tunnel has suddenly appeared just beyond Earth's orbit. At first, no one believes it. But then, the stars begin to bend, satellites lose contact, the moon's orbit starts to change. And before humanity can react, Earth begins drifting toward the mysterious gateway. The sun grows smaller. The solar system fades into darkness. Time itself starts behaving in ways we've never experienced before. Seconds feel like hours. Light twists around us, and nobody knows where this cosmic tunnel leads. Could it take us to another galaxy, another universe, or somewhere from which there's no return? What would really happen if Earth entered a wormhole? Let's find out. But before we begin our journey, we need to answer one important question. What exactly is a wormhole? The universe is far stranger than we once imagined. For centuries, humanity believed space was empty, a vast void. But modern physics tells a different story. Space and time are woven together into spacetime. Every star bends this fabric through gravity. In 1935, Einstein and Rosen proposed an extraordinary idea. What if two distant points could be connected by a hidden tunnel? A shortcut through the universe. Today, we call this a wormhole. In 1935, Einstein and Rosen proposed an extraordinary idea. What if two distant points could be connected by a hidden tunnel? A shortcut through the universe. Today, we call this a wormhole. That's the basic idea. It could connect distant regions or even another galaxy, but no one has ever discovered a real one. Keeping one open would require exotic form of matter. So while wormholes remain theoretical, they continue to inspire science. But theories become terrifying when they become reality, and humanity was about to witness the impossible. No one knew exactly when it would happen. Scientists monitored the mysterious object every second. At first, the wormhole remained perfectly still, floating silently in space. Then, everything changed. Without warning, Earth's orbit began to shift. The pull was weak at first. No one on the surface noticed. People continued their ordinary lives. But thousands of satellites detected something impossible. Earth was no longer following its normal path. Minute by minute, the planet drifted closer to the glowing tunnel. Mission control centers worked together. Astronomers searched desperately for an explanation. But there wasn't one. The wormhole was pulling the entire planet. As Earth approached, stars became distorted. Light curved around its edge. Then, the impossible happened. Earth crossed the event horizon. The sun vanished instantly. The moon disappeared. Every familiar star was gone. There was no longer a solar system, only an endless tunnel of shimmering light. Inside, the laws of space no longer looked familiar. Distance seemed meaningless. There was no up, no down, only a river of energy. Humanity had left home. The moment Earth entered, something impossible happened. Time itself started behaving differently. We experience time as constant, but according to relativity, it can speed up or slow down. If Earth traveled through a stable wormhole, nobody knows exactly how time would behave. For the people standing on Earth, everything might seem perfectly normal. Clocks would continue ticking. But outside, the story could be completely different. Imagine spending only 1 week inside, only to discover that decades had passed in the outside universe. Everyone you once knew would be gone. Entire civilizations could rise and fall. Languages might change. Even the night sky itself would look different. No scientist can say for certain. Its effects on time remain a mystery. Past, present, and future might not feel separate. Every heartbeat could bring humanity closer to a future no one had imagined. And when Earth finally emerged, the universe waiting outside might no longer be the one we left behind. The light at the end grew brighter, consumed everything. Then, silence. Earth had emerged, but nothing looked familiar. The sun was gone. The familiar constellations had vanished. Where were we? Scientists immediately pointed every telescope. The answer was astonishing. Earth was no longer in its original place. humanity could find itself anywhere, perhaps another corner of our galaxy, or another galaxy entirely. Imagine giant spiral galaxies filling the horizon, stars with strange colors, planets orbiting unfamiliar suns. It would be the greatest discovery. But Earth depends on the sun. Without warmth, temperatures would fall. Plants could no longer produce energy. Food chains would start collapsing within days. Humanity would face a race against time, unless the wormhole delivered Earth into orbit of another star. A blue giant could flood Earth with radiation. A red dwarf might provide only faint light. Every possibility carried new dangers. Our entire world had become the explorer. But we might not be alone. Earth had survived the impossible. But one question now echoed: were we alone? For decades, we searched for intelligent life, listened for mysterious signals. Yet, we've never found undeniable evidence. That might change. If Earth suddenly appeared in another part of the galaxy, our planet would be impossible to ignore. We leak radio and television signals. To a highly advanced civilization, these could be signs that intelligent life exists here. Would they contact us, observe us, or never even notice? Perhaps we would discover abandoned worlds, ancient alien ruins, or massive structures like Dyson spheres. The universe remains unexplored. The greatest discovery wouldn't be finding aliens. It would be realizing humanity was no longer alone in asking the big questions. Somewhere, another civilization might finally find us. But could we survive there? The greatest challenge wasn't entering the wormhole, it was surviving what came after. Earth reached a new corner, but everything was left behind. No familiar planets, no nearby moon. Every day would become a fight for survival. Scientists would work around the clock. Astronomers study our new sky. Engineers search for resources. Farmers race to grow food. If the star produced less energy, temperatures fall. If more, heat waves. The length of a year might be different. Future generations would never see the Milky Way as we remember it. This strange new sky would simply be home. Robotic probes would explore nearby planets, frozen deserts, endless oceans. Space becomes humanity's neighborhood. Perhaps this journey would unite every nation. Old conflicts would seem insignificant. Survival would depend on working together. The greatest achievement would be building a new civilization among the stars. Could a journey like this happen? What does science say? After everything, one question remains. Could Earth really enter a wormhole? According to modern science, we simply don't know. Wormholes are mathematical solutions from relativity, but none have been observed. Keeping one open would require unusual form of matter. For now, they remain a mystery. But history taught us many impossible ideas became reality. Every generation has expanded our understanding. Perhaps future scientists will discover if wormholes are real, or reveal a universe even stranger. Until then, they remind us that the universe is still full of unanswered questions. Every night when we look at the stars, we're looking at a tiny fraction. There are mysteries waiting to be solved, ideas waiting to become reality. Maybe the greatest adventure is never losing the curiosity to ask, what if? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey, please leave a like, subscribe to Future Pulse, because our next adventure is already waiting among the stars. Until next time, keep looking up.